Good morning, students. Today we will continue with our next topic in machine learning, and the topic today is recent trends in machine learning, and the subtopic we are studying is deep learning. First, let us see about the key takeaways in today's session. So firstly, we'll have a brief introduction to deep learning, then we will study about the examples of deep learning and comparison of ML and DL, that is machine learning and deep learning. Then we'll also see what is deep belief network, a small introduction to it, followed by certain assignments very important for this specific topic. So deep learning is basically a subset of machine learning, which in turn is a subset of artificial intelligence. So deep learning is basically based on neural networks, which is basically based on certain set of neurons which is trying to imitate the way we think, that is the imitation of the neurons which we have in our brains. So deep learning has various major applications, specifically self-driven cars are one of the best examples for deep learning, where auto learning basically happens. So deep learning is having various other applications also, like you have Siri or any assistants which are playing a major role as chatbots are also major applications of deep learning. So let us see more about deep learning, its theory and certain examples. So deep learning is basically a computer software that mimics the network of neurons, as I told you, and these are basically imitating those neurons which we have in our brain. So it's basically a subset of machine learning and is called deep learning because it makes use of deep neural networks. Deep learning basically has various algorithms, and these are basically structured into multiple layers, and this is basically used to create artificial neural network. So as I said, it is basically based on the neural network. So here multiple layers are used. Way back in 1960s, only 2 layers were able to create, and today they are able to create 100 plus layers in between the input layer and the output. So this layer is basically used to learn. So this neural network can learn from the data, and based on this learning it can make certain intelligent decisions on its own. So deep learning is also a form of machine learning in which the model is being trained. You have various models and you try to fit the model and trying to see that it tries to learn, and it has various hidden layers, and as I told you, it can have more than one hidden layer between the input and the output. The machine has basically different layers to learn from the data, and the depth of the model is basically represented by the number of layers in the model. Deep learning is the new state of the art in terms of artificial intelligence. So deep learning is one of the major new additions to AI and machine learning, the new state of art. In deep learning, learning phase is done through a neural network. You have various different types of neural network. Deep learning basically adapts neural network, and the learning phase basically happens through neural network. So neural network is basically an architecture where layers are stacked on top of each other. You have one specific input layer, you have multiple hidden layers, and you have an output layer. So this is basically where the architecture of neural networks we have initially discussed. So deep learning is basically based on the branch of machine learning. As I told you, it is a subset of machine learning, and it is also a subset of artificial intelligence. Because machine learning is a subset of AI, deep learning is a subset of machine learning, so obviously it is going to be a subset of AI. So since neural networks imitate the human brain, and so deep learning will also do the same. So in deep learning, nothing is programmed explicitly. Everything is basically done very automatically. No human intervention is basically there, or very less human intervention will be there. So basically it is a machine learning class that makes use of numerous non-linear processing units. So the focus here is basically more on the non-linear data. So you will be having non-linear processing units so as to perform certain feature extraction. So whenever any input data is given, the feature are extracted from those automatically, and as well as transformation is basically carried out. So the output of each preceding layer basically is taken as input to the next layer. You have preceding layer and the successor layer. So preceding layer's output is going to be as input to the next successive layers. So deep learning models are capable enough to focus on the accurate features themselves by requiring a little guidance from the program. As I told you, a little bit of support would be needed from the programmer, and these are very helpful in solving out problems of dimensionality. So deep learning algorithms are used especially when we have a huge number of inputs and outputs. The input data is going to be huge. The output produced by the network is also going to be huge. So in this case, the neural network or lower level machine learning algorithms would not work. That is where deep learning would work. So since deep learning has been evolved by machine learning, which itself is a subset of artificial intelligence, and as the idea behind AI is to mimic the human behavior, so same is the idea of deep learning. It's basically used to build such algorithms that can mimic the brain. So as neural networks try to mimic the brain, deep learning also try to do the same because they are adapted by neural networks, or they are adapting neural networks. So deep learning is implemented with the help of neural networks, as I told you, and the idea behind the motivation of neural network is the biological neurons, which are a part of the brain cell, which is nothing but actually a brain cell. So deep learning is basically a collection of statistical techniques of machine learning for learning feature hierarchies that are actually based on artificial neural networks. So all these algorithms are basically statistical techniques of machine learning. So here basically there is a difference between machine learning and deep learning. In machine learning, you can see an input car is being given, which is actually red color and a Mustang, and that is input, the data of that is input to the machine learning algorithm, and features are extracted, and a classification is done, and it is identified as it is a car. And if it is not a car, obviously the output will be not a car. So your output is specified as whether it is car or not. Whereas if you compare the same with deep learning, the same input is given, and of course the feature extraction and classification is combined in deep learning. Here you can see that it is producing more better outputs. It is producing the features of the car as red color, the model is Mustang, and various other features are basically produced by the deep learning model. So let us see some of the comparisons between machine learning and deep learning. Firstly, based on certain parameters, like for example data dependence. Right? For machine learning, you have excellent performance on a small or a medium data. So basically machine learning takes less data and gives a better performance, whereas deep learning takes a bigger set of data. Right? So excellent performance is produced on a bigger set of data. Then hardware dependence parameters. For machine learning, they basically work on low-end machines. Right? So machine learning algorithms work very much on low-end machines, whereas deep learning, they require very powerful machines, as it is a latest recent trend. So powerful machines are needed, and they are preferably GPU, and the deep learning also performs a significant amount of matrix multiplication. So higher the range of matrices, higher the speed it needs. So higher specifications of the computers are needed. So we need more powerful machines. Then feature engineering. Under machine learning, we need to understand the features that represent the data. So as we saw with the car, you have to understand the various features. Whereas with deep learning, there is no need to understand the basic features that represent the specific data. Then based on the other parameters like execution time, machine learning from few minutes to hours. Whereas for deep learning, up to weeks it would take, because it takes time to learn all the things. A neural network needs to compute a significant number of weights. Then you have interoperability. For machine learning, some algorithms are easy to interpret, like for example, you have logistic regression and so decision tree. These are comparatively very easy to interpret, and some are almost impossible. Some are comparatively very tough, like you have SVM and XGBoost. Whereas deep learning is, as it is very difficult to impossible. So it is very difficult to understand. The interpretability of deep learning is very difficult. Now there are various other parameters where we can compare machine learning and deep learning, like the training data set in machine learning is always going to be small, whereas in deep learning it is going to be large. So in machine learning it could be around maybe 100 to 1000, whereas in deep learning it could be large, maybe to 10,000 to lakhs of training data set would be there, records in the training data set. Then you have to choose the features in machine learning, yes, whereas in deep learning you do not need to select any specific features. Then the number of algorithms under machine learning are many, whereas under deep learning it is very few because only neural network is adapted. And then the training time for machine learning is very short because number of records are also very small and the data set is also very small. And whereas for deep learning it is going to be long. So training time for deep learning is long because it works basically on a larger data set. Now let us see about the subset I was telling you. So in the inside circle you can see deep learning, which is part of neural network. Right? So neural network is shown in the form of red color. So deep learning is a part of neural network. Neural network in turn is a part of machine learning, which is shown in green color. This is kind of a Venn diagram, and then machine learning in turn is a part of artificial intelligence. So on the higher level you have artificial intelligence, and then a part of it is your machine learning, and then a part of it is neural network, and a part of it is deep learning. Now this is also an example of deep learning where an input layer is given, that is L, which is shown in green color. So they are the neurons, they are the input neurons, and then you have various hidden layers, and various weights are also given to the input layer and the hidden layer, and there are a lot of matrix multiplications which are calculated. And then hidden layer L1, hidden layer L2, and hidden layer L3. Only three are shown here to limit to the diagram. And then a specific output layer is being produced. So this output layer would have as many neurons as you want as a output. So if it is basically used for prediction, it could be used using having only one neuron, and if it is used for classification, it could be binary classification would have two outputs, and if it is, or even with a single output, of course binary classification can be done, and if it is multi-class classification, obviously you can have more neurons there. So this is an example of deep learning where we have given multiple images to the deep learning network, and the various layers are there. You have the input layer, the hidden layer, various hidden layers, and the output layer. So each layer is basically performing some of the other tasks as will be discussed. So firstly here you can see, firstly for the input layer we provide the raw data of the images, that is the first layer, input layer is given. So there you have around 100 cross 100 images of multiple people are given, their face basically is given, and that is given as input to the input layer. Then we have these input layer will determine the patterns, what sort of patterns are there in a specific data, and that is basically with respect to the local contrast. That would differentiate on the basis of color and luminosity and various other factors. And then the first hidden layer will basically determine the face feature. It will try to fixate on the eyes, nose and lips. These are the basic features of the face. And then it will fixate those face features on the correct face template. So various templates are given to the different layers, and they are compared, and it will try to fixate based on those templates. And then in the second layer, it will actually determine the correct face here. So which particular face matches which particular correct template. So that is basically determined here. And as it can be seen in the above image, after which it will be sent to the output layer. So here you can see the second hidden layer is basically trying to match and form the template, and after that the output layer is produced. Right? So in the output layer, the output specific which particular person matches which particular template is produced. So you can have, likewise you can have more hidden layers, and this is basically used to solve more complex problems. So more hidden layers would be more complex problems. Like for example, if you want to find out a particular kind of face having large or maybe a lighter complexions. So as and when the hidden layers increase, as I told you, we have to have complex problems to solve such. We solve complex problems by adding more hidden layers. This is an example of classification where deep neural network is basically used, and input image is given, and will recognize whether that image is particular cat or particular dog. So currently we are inputting an image as a dog, so it will recognize that image as a dog. You can just see where the things are scrolling. First a dog input image is given, and the network basically has learned data about dog and cat. Now it knows that it is dog, so it will predict it as a dog. So this is where deep learning neural networks would be used for. Then let us see about what are deep neural networks. So it is a kind of a neural network basically that incorporates the complexity of certain level, which means several number of hidden layers are composed in between the input and the output variables. So they are highly proficient on model and process nonlinear association. They basically focus more on nonlinear data. Now what are deep belief network? This is also kind of a deep learning network movie. And a deep belief network is basically a class of deep neural network, as I told you, that comprises of multi-layer belief networks. So this was it for today's session. These are some of the assignments for this specific topic. And if you have any queries, do not hesitate to contact me at this specific email. We are done for today. Thank you. If you have any queries, please do not hesitate to